Welcome everybody to the Entertainment Plaza Games, a weekly video game news podcast. This is the very first episode. I am your host, Moses Plaza, with my literal brother from another mother, Brian Plaza,
Yo, yo, yo.
and my boy, Ride 'em Out, John Rideout.
What's up?
Not much, guys. So, what have you been playing lately?
Man, to be real honest with you, between work and everything, I've only gotten time for maybe some Overwatch and Pokemon. Um, that's really all I've been playing recently, but I have been keeping up with some of the news.
Well, I know. I mean, every time a new Pokemon comes out, you're the first one I hit because literally every single Pokemon that's ever come out, you've beaten. You've you're literally the Ash Ketchum of the Puerto Rican community because
Of
you've caught them
course,
all. So
I need to.
you're the first person. The only time I think the only Pokemon, well, the last Pokemon I played was Let's Go Pikachu, which I think I let you borrow. I probably
Yep.
played 35 minutes of it and was completely bored. And then I remember hitting you up about Pokemon Arceus. Arceus or Arceus?
Arceus.
Yeah,
Yep.
Arceus. I remember hitting you up about that. I was like, hey, man, I heard this is a little different. What do you think about it? Do you think I'm going to like it? You're like, I don't know. You might like it. You might not. Never picked it up. But how about you, John? What you been playing lately?
Uh, Pretty much Halo and Grand Theft Auto.
That's it.
Yeah,
Are you ready for that new
man,
GTA 5 update?
most definitely.
Cool. Yeah, personally, in my PlayStation 5, I have Guardians of the Galaxy right now. Um, in my Switch, I have Metroid Dread. And the Xbox, I have Halo. Halo has literally taken over my life. Like, I am 100% addicted to that game. I cannot, like, I literally try to play something else. I turn it on, I'm like, I gotta get back to Halo. I have to get it's so addicting. It's so much fun. The game runs so well. But yeah, we'll definitely be talking about Halo a little bit. We'll talk about GTA 5 a little bit today as well. We're definitely going to be talking about Pokemon and the Nintendo Switch. But like I said, this is the very first episode of the Entertainment Plaza Games, where we bring you weekly video game news from around the industry. You can catch us live every week on twitch.tv/the Entertainment Plaza. If you don't want to watch it live, you can catch us on YouTube. Just search for the Entertainment Plaza podcast. And for those of you who like to listen to your podcast, just go on your favorite podcast service, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and search for the Entertainment Plaza. You can catch us on there too. Today, we have 6 stories for you. We're going to talk a little bit about GTA 5, Halo, Nintendo. We got a little bit of everything for you today. But our first story comes from Game Informer, where Marcus Stewart wrote about what we can expect from GTA 5, from the GTA 5 release on the next gen consoles. Marcus writes, the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S versions of Grand Theft Auto 5 and GTA Online launch March 15th. Those looking to make the upgrade can get ahead, start today, which was actually a couple days ago, by transferring their GTA 5 story progress as well as GTA Online character and progression data. Now, personally, I'm not going to do that. I played GTA 5 Online. Man, the last time was probably 3 years ago with my boy Andy. We were hardcore for maybe a few weeks and we kind of stopped doing that. So I'm just going to start a whole new character on that. Marcus also says GTA Online players with a Rockstar social account will also be able to migrate data simply by booting up the current gen version of the game on launch day. This will include their characters, money, stats, vehicles, properties, weapons, clothes, and player created jobs. Let's see, what else does he say here? And for the first time, GTA Online is gonna be a standalone title, or can be a standalone title for PS5 and Xbox Series X. Um, and let's see, we're here. Let's see. So some features that we're going to see in the new gen GTA 5. Fidelity mode, native 4K resolution with ray tracing and 30 frames per second for PS5, Series X, and Series X is actually going to have upscaled 4K resolution with 30 frames per second. We're also going to see performance mode, 60 frames per second with upscaled 4K resolution. And let's see here. faster load times, increased population and traffic variety, increased vegetation density, improved lighting, improved motion blur, improved explosions, fire, and other effects. And then as far as sound, we're going to get the Tempest 3D positional audio and spatial sound for the Xbox Series X. And PS5 is also going to get haptic feedback for the new DualSense controller. So, what do you guys think about GTA 5 now released for its third gen? We had a PS3, we had a PS4, we had a PS5. Um, I don't think I've ever played a game that's literally been on three generations of consoles.
Yeah, I definitely feel like I was just born when GTA 5 came out. It's been
You
quite a
probably
long
were
time.
actually.
And yeah, it's I got my PS3. First game I played was GTA. I got my PS5. First game I downloaded was GTA.
That's
It
hilarious.
hasn't, to me personally, it hasn't changed too much. I go back to it on and off, getting the updates every now and then. Not much always changes. So I'm hoping that when this does come out for PS5, that we do get what we are being promised here. Um, I mean, nothing's better than increased vegetation. Let's be honest here. I want to hide in those bushes while these pros are trying to kill me every second of the way. So I'm definitely going to need those big shrubs.
How about you, John? You say you play this almost every other day. You excited for it or what?
Yeah, I'm excited. GTA 5 stretched so many consoles because all the updates they have, all the new missions that come out with, it's like a new game reborn at least once a month. Which is great. And I'm definitely looking forward to these faster loading times. This is the longest loading game when you're ready to get on and play. So definitely looking forward to that. Um, but it sounds really good, and I hope that it pans out and plays as good as it sounds.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to get back into it. Like I said, I played a little bit and we did all kind of dumb stuff in the game, Andy and I. But it was something that over time we just stopped playing. But I'm really looking for something to take me away from Halo for a little bit, and this might be it. If all the guys, all the boys want to get on and you know play and do different stuff than just a multiplayer game. But there's just so much to do. It might be. I think sometimes it's a little bit overwhelming, to be honest. Um, you don't have enough time in the day to play everything that GTA offers. So, but we'll see. I'm actually definitely excited about um, you know getting back in and visiting that expansive world. So,
For
um,
sure. I'm a
yeah.
quadrillionaire, so I'm gonna need a something that I can spend my money on
Right,
for sure.
right. Yeah, I think I have like $32 in that game right now. I don't even know, but there is
Big baller.
yeah, I actually heard I was reading an article earlier today, which I actually should have mentioned here, that they're going to actually allow new players to come in and kind of hit the ground running. So they're going to give you like new jobs, I guess, that they're releasing, and a bunch of money that you can get there. So
Right.
um
As far as I know, sorry, but as far as I know, they had said that they were gonna be releasing, I think, $1 million every month up until the PS5 actual release. I don't know if that's still running. But I do know that my friend has told me that he has gone in a couple times and he has gotten his $1 million about every month. Um, like I said, don't know if that's still running, but that would definitely be something to check out. It doesn't stack though. If you've
oh,
missed a
okay.
month, that's it. You gotta
Gotcha.
wait until the next month to get your mill. Um, I tried to stack it and it just didn't work. I was sad. I didn't get my money.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually heard
Uh,
about that. Oh, go ahead, John.
no, I was saying it definitely still works because every time I log on, I always get that $1 million.
Oh, nice. So
So
this was every week, or how did that work?
it's month it's monthly. So if you every month around a certain time, they just put $1 million and you log on and it says you got your $1 million.
Man, I missed out on that. I could have went from $32 to $1,032 easily. But um, but yeah, man, I'm definitely excited. We should get a crew together, do some heist, and see what kind of trouble we can get into. But no funny business with the ladies of the streets. I'm looking at you, Brian.
I can't promise anything, but
All right, so moving on to story number two. This one also comes from Game Informer, where Wesley LeBlanc talks about the release date for the anticipated remake of the House of the Dead for the Nintendo Switch. Wesley writes, the House of the Dead remake was announced last spring and set to hit Switch sometime in 2021. That obviously didn't happen. Like a lot of games, many games are getting delayed because of COVID, so that's understandable. And it's been a minute since we've seen or heard anything about the game until today, because Forever Entertainment has released a new trailer that reveals the remake's release date. Fortunately, those anxious to play this classic won't have to wait long, because the trailer reveals the House of the Dead remake will hit Switch on April 7th. Um, they also say that the House of the Dead remake is a remade version of the game introduced in 1997, before you were born, Brian. That was definitely before you were born.
Oh yeah.
In 1997 in an arcade platform. Forever Entertainment's website for the remake reads, quote, a classic arcade rail shooter receives a whole new entourage and gameplay changes to suit modern gaming standards, end quote. Some of the features that you can expect in the game when it hits Switch next month: hordes of undead monstrosities. Spell that 3 times. That's not even the same. Just spell it, because I can't. And a fast-paced rail shooter. True to the original gameplay and well-known arcade classic with modern graphics and controls and multiple endings. John, I know you've played. We were talking about earlier how you used to play this on the PS1 or something similar to the PS1 version of this.
Yeah, I had it on a PS1. It actually came as a bundle with a gun to hook up to the PS1, and it was lots of fun. I loved it, and even in arcade, I owned it at home and was still playing arcade.
Yeah, I am definitely a huge fan of rail shooters myself. I actually have an arcade one up that I modded to play my Switch. And one of the things that I've been wanting to do is play shooters on it like I did in the arcades. So I'm definitely excited to get this and hook my Switch up to the arcade one up, and hopefully they have some type of peripheral that I can, mount to the side of the arcade to make it feel like the authentic arcades we used to see, back in the day. Brian, how you feel about this? I know you said you really never played it, but I'm sure you've played some
Yeah.
type of arcade shooter.
I've definitely played some arcade shooters. Can't say exactly what at the top of off of the top of my head. Um, Hopefully, I'll be able to get my hands on this. It would be the first time that I have played it. From what I'm hearing from you guys and some other sources, they are saying that from what it was a good game. I'm hoping that I also see it as a good game when I do play it. I am looking forward to it coming out as a remake. Um, Hopefully, I also get to play it as an original. That way, I can kind of get that feeling of this is what it was before, um, and
Right.
then go from there.
Yeah, that was again, like I was saying, for me, I've always loved rail shooters. I've been one of my favorite ones was I can't remember, Die Hard, which actually was like a third person shooter, a rail shooter, and a driving game all in one. And that was something for me that I spent so many hours on that for the PS1, where you know that gun, it actually came with a light gun as well, and I just remember playing that thing to death where the gun even stopped working. So I'm definitely excited to play this. Unfortunately, you guys know me. I'm a huge collector of video games, as you can see, you know, behind me. But this is a digital only game, so we're hoping, at least I'm hoping, that someone like Limited Run Games will be able to make a physical copy, because I would love a physical copy of that, and also come out with a peripheral that we can put the Joy Cons in and actually feel like we're playing in the arcades. But if you don't have anything else to say about that, we can move on to story number three, where again, talking about Halo. This comes from IGN, where Adam Backhurst writes about Halo Infinite's multiplayer season 2, which I am extremely excited about. I'm almost at level 70, I believe, in season 1, which, yeah, I know people have reached level 100, 5 times over. Unfortunately, I don't have that much time to play like I used to, but Season two has revealed new details. I'm sorry, 343 Industries has revealed new details on season two of Halo Infinite's multiplayer, including that it will be called Lone Wolves. That it will have new maps and modes, and it's going to be released on May 3rd. Halo Infinite head of creative Joseph Staten and I'm sorry, um, they were saying that the theme Lone Wolves, by theme, they meant a core idea that guides the creation of much but not all of the season's content. Um, Lone Wolf Spartans are hunters, trackers, they're resourceful improvisers operating deep in enemy territory without resupply or support. Um, John, I know you said you play Halo a lot. What do you think about season two of Halo Infinite multiplayer?
Well, I'm hoping they come out with more armors because I'm still stuck with the original.
Yeah,
But it sounds dope. Is the Lone Wolf Spartan like a whole new class? Is
yeah,
what they saying
I
here?
believe so. Yeah, I believe it's a whole new class. Let's see here. Brian, do you know? I believe it's a whole new class. Let's see here. It says that yeah, it's gonna be new armor, just like the Tenrai Samurai event where we would get a whole new armor, set or different helmets and stuff like that. I believe
Yeah,
that's what that is. Let's see here. It says also that season two will also see playlist updates, balance changes, new modes and maps. These include an arena called Catalyst, a B2B map, and an arena called Breaker, free for all elimination mode, um, and a free for all elimination mode called Last Spartan. Sorry. And
that
then what
sounds
else?
dope.
Yeah, I actually personally haven't played free for all yet. I've been playing a lot of the Fiesta. That's like my favorite mode. I know
Yeah,
Brian and I used to play that a little bit, but yeah, Andy and Galen and myself, we play that all the time. Brian, what thoughts do you have on that?
I definitely haven't played this Halo much. I do got my Xbox. I still try to get on it maybe every now and then.
Hmm.
I'm only like level 11. Like I said, have not played much at all.
Right,
But what I have played, I've really liked. Like you'd mentioned, we do play Fiesta when we get the chance. That's a very interesting game mode. Everything's constantly changing. You get a bit of everything,
right.
kind of all in once. Um, I did notice that every now and then you might get a little bit of some botted lobbies, but it's nothing like over the top to where it could ruin the game. Um, but it definitely does keep you on your feet. Um, I'm hoping that I can get some more time on this Halo when this update does drop. Get in there, maybe put some more time into it. Actually get to play and see how well it is. And I do need to hop on that campaign soon for sure.
Yeah, the campaign is dope. I actually only have about 3 or 4 hours into the campaign. I literally just got to like the open world area, but I was searching for skulls so much that that took up a lot of my time. One thing that is disappointing about the season two release is that there still isn't going to be. They actually delayed the campaign co-op. The reason I haven't beaten the campaign is because I want to play it with my friends. That's one thing that when Gears of War and the previous Halos came out, we always looked forward to just getting online and playing the campaign and beating it together. So I'm actually kind of waiting to beat the campaign so I can get online with you guys and run through that whole campaign. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to get it anytime soon. It's not going to be here May 3rd. They're saying that's probably going to be later in the season, in season two. So hopefully, season three doesn't take 6 months to come out, and we'll see that campaign co-op a lot sooner than expected. So, story number four comes from IGN, where Ryan Dinsdale writes, "Missions and rewards added to Nintendo Switch Online. Nintendo has released a missions and rewards update for the Switch Online that allows players to earn platinum points by playing games and more, similar to Xbox Game Pass's Quest system. The incentive is to only the incentive is only available to users with Switch Online memberships and provides tasks such as play software that supports online play, backup save data, play NES, and more." It goes on to say users will earn platinum points, the same currency used for years on the My Nintendo store, that allows users to buy certain physical items such as Nintendo themed keychains and posters. You can also buy icons to make your own kind of your digital icon that you have. It says a range of new Switch Online exclusive icons and backgrounds have been released in the update that are only available through the Platinum Points system, and these will be updated weekly. There will also be timed events with special icons available. Um, what else? It says saving up for physical rewards would take a little longer. Some a Pokemon Legends Arceus cable holder is going to cost you 400 points. So it says if you log in by playing an online game, backing up save data, playing the NES software, and playing a game trial software, users can earn 200 points per week. So, Brian, in 2 weeks, you can earn 400 points. You can get that Pokemon Legends Arceus cable holder. So get on it.
For
Um,
sure, definitely.
yeah. And then it goes on to say the missions and rewards page can be accessed through the console's Nintendo Switch Online app, and users can redeem their points for digital items in the same place or physical items on their My Nintendo store. What do you guys think about this? I am not. Yes, I play my Switch. I am not huge. That's probably my third console. Like number one right now, obviously, is Xbox. Wherever Halo is, that's where I'm at. Um, but Brian, I know you're huge on the Switch. You're on there constantly. How do you feel about this new missions and rewards thing Nintendo has going on?
Well, it's hard to say because I don't really play the NES type stuff. I don't know if when I'm on, let's say per se Arceus, there's not really a online feature, so I wouldn't
Right.
really be racking up any points. Um, I normally don't play like a huge variety of said online games. Arceus only
Gotcha.
has online trading. Um, Super Smash Bros. Online that might go towards it, but I definitely don't see myself racking up many points. Um, in the future, if at all, maybe 400 within a year, if it
Oh
even
wow.
allows me.
Well, I mean, I think
Um,
you can. It says on here in the article that you literally only have to get on. Let's see. Let's see. Where does it say? We're still. Where am I? Oh, so it says you can earn by playing an online game. So you can literally just log into like Mario Kart. You back up your save data and play an NES game. I mean, you got a Nintendo Switch Online, so and that's 200 points right there in a week. You know, if you are actually
right,
like if you see something in the physical store that you think, oh man, I really want this. I mean, I feel like they're making it a little easier for you to be able to get it now. You know what I mean?
right,
So,
right.
how do you feel about this, John?
Um, I don't play the Switch too much. My son has one, so it would be good to get stuff for him. He's
Right,
always playing the Switch. That's his jam.
right.
So if I can get stuff for my kids without actually paying for it, I'm down for anything.
Yeah, you
So
said you said the magic word there, man. Because yeah, I'm the same way, man. If you can get me something for free, I'm there all day long. So, um, but yeah, I mean, for me, I wish they would do more so of an achievement system. I don't know if they have one similar to that or not. Um, for me, achievements like when I achievements on the Xbox aren't as the same as PlayStation, and again, if they would do something on the Nintendo, that would be kind of dope as well. But for me, achievements like it makes me want to play games more, you know. So
yeah,
when I get a trophy, and especially going trophy hunting for that, you know, elusive platinum trophy, man, that is so satisfying. So I'm not sure that this would be as satisfying for me to, you know, get online and play a game per se, you know. So um, I think if they would just implement an achievement system or a trophy system and say, hey, look, you beat Metroid Dread on hard, or you do this specific task in Metroid Dread, you're going to get a trophy, which then in turn you could probably turn into points. You know, turn in your trophies for points or
yeah,
something along those lines. I think would go a long way. Not just necessarily play an NES game or you know get online and play an online game or back up your data. I think stuff like that it's boring, you know, and I don't think they're really going to get more people doing it just because you can get a digital reward or a lanyard, which looks like what they're saying with the Pokemon Legends Arceus. So,
Yeah,
personally, I'm not that interested in it. If it was achievements, yeah, I'll definitely go achievement hunting. I would definitely go trophy hunting.
yeah,
But for me, it's nothing major. But
yeah. I understand exactly what you're saying because like when you're playing Xbox and that achievement popped up. Like you
Right,
got 20 headshots. You
right.
feel like you accomplished anything. But also the Switch is more family based and aimed towards kids and Brian. Um, so so certain things a kid play and they can earn stuff. They feel like they accomplished something, even though
Right.
they really didn't. Um, but maybe you can earn more points with a reward system like that. You know,
Yeah.
above the 200 they allow in a week.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I could see, especially for kids, like, they can't go out and buy their own, lanyard that says Pokemon Arceus or something with Pikachu on it or something with Mario on it. If Nintendo's doing a good job at saying, hey, you get online today, you're going to get 75 points. If you, play a multiplayer game, you're going to get another 75. If you play NES online or Super Nintendo online or N64 online, you're going to get 75 points. If they do a good job at kind of guiding people on how they can get these points, I think that's cool for kids, especially if parents are there, they're like, I don't want to buy him this $15 Pikachu that they're not going to use in, you know, 2 weeks. You know, I think it's a good thing. For me personally, I'm not interested.
Yeah,
Just keep coming out with good games. I play a lot of the re-releases on the Switch, like, um, you know, games that came out for the Wii U that are now coming out for the Switch, or like Crisis 3 Remastered, which, you know, was a great game back in the day. I'm going to get it again for the Switch, so stuff like that is what I'm interested in. But if it comes out for PS5 or Xbox, that's where I'm at. So, speaking of story number five, story number five is actually going to take on a literal meaning because this year we're celebrating Nintendo Switch's 5th anniversary, and it looks like Nintendo's gearing up for a heck of a 2022. I'm going to read off some of the more popular concrete releases and some that may or may not come out in 2022, and you guys can just tell me which ones you're interested in. If I don't read one out to you, you can tell me, hey, I'm looking forward to this one that you didn't mention. So, some of the games coming out: Kirby: The Forgotten Land, which I believe is coming out here in the next couple weeks. Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, Switch Sports, Two Point Campus, which is I believe you're running a school, like essentially like an RPG, but you're kind of running a college campus or something along those lines. Mario Strikers, definitely getting that. Splatoon 3. Brian, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I know he got like 14 copies of each already pre-ordered.
Oh my God, yeah,
Um,
for sure.
Bayonetta 3, Marvel's Midnight Suns, Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel. I know Alicia, our sister, she is probably clamoring for that one to come out, but that was one of those ones that we haven't really heard much of, and it may come out this year, it may come out next year, it may come out 2024. Who knows? And yeah, that's about it. Any of these interest you guys?
Yeah, actually, I all of them for sure. I might try to see if I can get me um every game. I actually do have a couple dates as to when these do drop.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
you were right. Yeah, in the next couple weeks, about 18 days or so, so
Mm-hmm.
about 2.5 weeks, Kirby and the Forgotten Land is dropping. That is on March 25th.
Oh,
We do
nice,
have another
nice.
game, Advance Wars 1 and 2. It's kind of like a remake. That drops April 8th. Wii Sports is coming back. It does have a different name, though, because it's on the Switch, so
Really
it will be Switch Sports. April 29th, that drops.
nice.
Mario Strikers drops the 10th of June. The third series ish, I believe, of
Mm-hmm.
Fire Emblem Warriors that comes out the 24th. There are four games here that are to be announced. We haven't heard anything of them yet.
Okay.
Right now, we are looking at Splatoon 3, the sequel to Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild,
Man, I can't wait.
Bayonetta 3, and Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope. All four of those games do not have a set release date as of now. There hasn't been much talk about them. Xenoblade Chronicles, that's another game that's
Yeah, it's a
dropping in
big one.
September. We don't have an exact day when that's dropping. Um, any of you got fans out there that do like the Super Mario Bros. Series. The movie is dropping December 21st.
That's
I would
right.
definitely look out for that.
How do you guys feel
Um,
about that? By the way, let's tell me how you feel about what's his name? Who's playing Mario?
Chris Pratt.
Chris
yeah, Chris
Pratt.
Pratt.
Yes. How do you feel about that?
I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
me either,
I
man.
never really would have thought that a Mario Bros movie would come out as per se a I don't know if they're going to be more like live action or animated.
Right.
I hope it's just that they're going to be the voices of these characters because I feel like a live action would kind of be weird. A lot of live actions don't really take too well um, when they do the video games to movies, in my opinion, at least. Um, so I'm hoping they take it into like a different twist. If anyone's seen Ready Player One, where he kind
Oh,
of
I
got sucked into
love
the
that.
game,
Yes, I
yeah,
love that
that
movie.
was a really good movie. I hope they do something of the same to
Right.
where he kind of gets to like a retro game and something happens and then boom, he's sucked into the world and now he's Mario.
Yeah.
I hope they maybe take something like that, but I mean, we'll definitely see when that comes around.
That's actually a really good concept, man. If they can go the route of uh, what was the movie you just said?
Ready Player One.
Ready Player One. Yes. If they take that route, I think it could be a success. But I just can't see Chris Pratt as the voice of Mario. It's hard to
Yeah,
see. I didn't know he had voice acting in him like that.
Yeah.
yeah, that's definitely gonna be a work. He has to get that real high pitched
Yeah.
up there and stuff like that.
What were you gonna say, John?
Yeah. I think one thing they should have did was nothing against Chris Pratt. I think he's great in everything he did. But the guy who played Mario's voice in all the games have been doing it for years and is still
Right.
active doing Mario's voice. So I think just like when Scooby Doo changed Shaggy out for that last movie, it just didn't. It wasn't the sound you're used to hearing.
Exactly. No,
So
I agree.
so for Mario, all the games had the same guy's voice, and
Right.
then you hear Chris Pratt come in when you go see him on the big screen.
Yeah, that's gonna be weird, man. I don't know how I feel about that. It's one of those things where I guess we just wait and see. I'm not super optimistic about it, but hey, you know, what can you do?
But
But
I was just saying about Sonic, and Sonic crushed it.
yeah, that
So
was actually really good. I can't wait for the next one. So that's gonna be interesting as well. As far as this list though, the one game that I'm looking forward to the most is Mario Strikers. Man, I remember playing that for the GameCube, and man, the game looks so good, and it's just another one of those like Mario Kart 8, and it's gonna be fun to play with the boys and stuff like that. So, speaking of Mario Kart 8, that actually they're coming out with some new tracks with that soon as well.
Yeah, so DLC, I
Yeah,
believe.
yeah. I'm hoping to get everybody together, and maybe we can do a live stream playing the new DLC tracks, and have some fun and put that on Twitch here, live on Twitch. So, um, but let's see what else do we got here on our stories. The most important story. Oh, Brian, what were you gonna say? There was something you were talking to me about. Pokemon Arceus.
Yes, Arceus. So Pokemon related news. We do know that this Nintendo Direct, you want to call it, really did just kind of happen on Pokemon Day, was just a couple days ago. We all know Scarlet and Violet is dropping late of 2022. Um, don't really know when. Normally, Pokemon games drop around November, December, so I would definitely keep your eyes out for that. I do believe Amazon already has the pre-orders out. Um, I would hold off on that a little bit because they do promos with pre-orders for Pokemon. Um, Now for Legends Arceus, there has been quite a few, um, let's say, mystery gifts that
Hmm.
have been coming out recently. If you guys are still playing that actively, I would definitely try to get on that. These do have an expiration date. The most recent one that just came out, you go to your mystery gift section in the pause menu and you type in "Thanks for your help."
Oh
Um,
wow, that's cool.
there's special characters in there. What happened is, obviously, you guys know you can find lost satchels and stuff like that. This is basically a tribute to helping. players who have lost their things in the open world. Um, that does expire the 31st of March. This mystery gift does include 5 grit pebbles, 5 rare candies, and 5 star pieces. Kind of helps you level up your Pokemon a bit if you're into that. Um, Another one we do have here, that one does come with a Pokeball set. Type in your mystery gift section, Arceus Adventure. That also expires the 31st of March. You get 30 Ultra Balls, the new Gigaton Balls, and the new Jet Balls. Definitely a lineup you want to have, especially if you're going to be fighting those alphas. Um, May 9th, there are two codes that you can get via the internet. Go right in. There's no code actually required. You can get the Hisuian Zoroark mask and the Hisuian Growlithe kimono set.
The fact that you know
Um,
how to pronounce this stuff, first of all, sorry to interrupt, goes to
Look,
show
man,
you. You
I
know,
just
all right, enough.
I do my research.
Yeah,
Yeah,
clearly, clearly.
yeah. There and last but not least, the last mystery gift is something that you kind of have to go to stores to get GameStop, Game Mania, Micromania, or in game depending on region. UK and Spain, in game they do have the Hisuian Growlithe, and a 20 feather ball
Now
gift
that's
that
in
you'll get.
Spain.
That's in Spain that you can get in the game. The mystery gift stays the same for the 4 different regions, but the way you get them in said country is different.
Gotcha.
Um, Game Mania, you get that Hisuian Growlithe and the Feather Balls. In Belgium and the Netherlands, you have to go to Game Mania. Germany and Italy, you get that via GameStop, and France, you get that via Micromania. As far as I know, it was really hard to get it in the US, but I believe you also had to go to GameStop and purchase the specific code to
Hmm.
get this special Hisuian Growlithe and your 20 Feather Balls. Um, Aside from that, that's just about all the Nintendo news that I have. Any of the new releases, definitely look forward to getting your hands on some of these. It's definitely going to be an eventful year for Nintendo.
Yeah, that's nuts, man. Like the fact that they're doing so much for that community is amazing. You know, that's stuff that keeps people coming back for more. You know, so
Oh yeah,
again, I want to get into it so bad because I know there's so well. For one, the lore of Pokemon is ridiculous. So for me to start now, yeah, I watched the cartoons or the anime when I was younger. I don't remember much about it. But to get back into it now, I feel like I'm gonna be just so far behind with everything, and it's just oh, we lost. Oh, there he goes. He's back.
there he is.
um, so maybe one of these days I'll get into it. I know Arceus looked a little bit more action oriented than just hey, click A and throw a ball and capture this.
Yeah,
So
yep.
one
They're keeping
maybe.
that theme. So
Oh, they are they? Okay, that's good
yeah,
to hear. So
Scarlet. The trailer. If anyone's interested, the trailer of Scarlet and Violet is out. The 3 new starters are out. Their names are confirmed. So far their typings are confirmed as well. Um, we haven't seen final evos. Normally they don't show that unless the leaks are coming out. I can definitely try to keep you guys posted on that whenever I get that information.
what's the
But
as far as you said, there's 3 new stars Pokemon. Do you remember their names?
yeah, so we are looking at our grass type starter Sprigatito. We are looking at our fire type starter Fuecoco and our
That's
water
hilarious,
type
dude.
starter Quaxley.
That is
This
hilarious.
game is actually set in Spain.
Wow.
So we're actually getting our first Spanish Pokemon game coming out. Definitely interesting. The houses and everything that you see in the trailer are very Spanish oriented. So,
That actually makes sense
as
how
a
they
Hispanic person myself, I am very, very interested to see where they take this because the names are rooted somewhat in the Spanish culture. Um, so I'm definitely looking forward to the direction they take this game.
now, why do they, and this is just a random question, how come they're always released 2 different, Pokemons, I suppose, or Pokemon games? They did Arceus, which is like the first one ever to just be a single release.
Right.
So why do they do that?
Both. So normally, what they do, if we go back to when Pokemon kind of first released, you had your Red and Blue.
Right.
Um, it normally always has a respective legendary in the game.
Gotcha.
Um, Diamond and Pearl, Diamond had Dialga, Pearl had Palkia. Um, Let me see. So Silver and Heart Gold had Ho-Oh and Lugia. Normally they kind of set them in the same. The storyline is all the same. They
Right.
do
Right.
have specific Pokemon that will show up in one game that don't show up in the other. But the
Gotcha.
Pokédex includes all of the species. So if you want to be able to get ones that aren't in your respective game, you have to get them through trading.
Man,
Uh,
Nintendo really knows how to make some money, dude. That's why
yeah,
they do. That's
Sword
you.
and
You just
Shield.
answered it. You answered it. They make two
Oh yeah.
games. They put some Pokemon in one that you can't get in the other, and now you're forced to pay $120 for two games. Enough said.
Yep.
So
Or
Yeah.
you get your homie who has the game and it's trade
true.
between each other.
Or
I have them both
or
and
you're a
two
baller,
Switches.
or you're a baller like this guy right here, Brian Plaza from YouTube.com/psychosics, and
Check it out.
buy 42 copies of each game. You know what I mean? That whole closet behind him, he don't have clothes in there. That's all that's his Pokemon closet. So
See
yeah,
that?
exactly. Yeah, he
And I got another one.
and he'll play both games at the same time. I've
Oh my
seen
god,
it.
of
I've
course. We
seen
have
it.
to.
I would literally walk into his room and he's playing both versions of the same Pokemon game at the same time. It's amazing. It's amazing. Oh, to
Yep.
be 21 again. But John, you interested in any of this Pokemon mumbo jumbo?
I actually wanted to get my son into it. He started watching it on like Netflix and stuff,
Yeah.
and I felt like it's something that we can bond over because I was big into it when I was younger, and I don't see it being too hard for me to just slip back in the Pokemon world. So I thought it'd be something good for him and I to bond over.
Yeah, and that actually you bring up a good point with that. You know, if I had a kid, I would definitely be something I would, partake in with him or her, and just I get one version, they get the other version, and have fun that way. But as of right now, man, like I said, the only Pokemon I'm interested in is Master Chief. So, all right, so moving on. Last story number 6 is a short one. As we know, Destiny 2, the Witch Queen just came out. They have a new exotic grenade launcher, Parasite. Um, and when I read this, all I could do was laugh. So, Bungie used the sound of macaroni and cheese when crafting Destiny 2's newest exotic. Enough said.
They
Just
knew
think
what they were
about
doing.
yeah,
They
and
knew
there's
what they were
other
doing.
right, yeah, mac and cheese. So, um, no word whether it was Kraft mac and cheese or
Velveeta.
yeah, or Velveeta. Hopefully Velveeta
I
because
know the mac
Velveeta.
and cheese they were using.
Well, with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for for the Entertainment Plaza games. Remember, you can always catch us recording our podcast live on Twitch. But if you can, but if you can't, I should say, catch us live, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you don't miss any of our new episodes. Also, if you would like to listen to this in audio format, make sure to find us on any of your favorite podcast services. Just search the Entertainment Plaza. I promise I'll get better at that. For John Rideout, Brian Plaza, this is your host, Moses Plaza, and thank you for watching. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.